Best regards to everyone. My name is Isabella Moreno Herrera and I belong to Group 16 of the Multimedia Project Management course. In this video of Phase 2 Basic Scrum, I am going to talk to you about Agile methodologies and some examples of this. Agile methodologies are the best option to create quality products in an agile way, reducing costs and satisfying customer needs. It's organizing through rapid iterations that imply constant collaboration between the client and the work team and continuous improvement of the product. Once the scope of the project is defined, the work teams develop a cycle of processes with several stages: planning, implementation, and evaluation. There are many agile methodologies. In this case, we will talk to you about the Kanban method. The word Kanban in Japanese means sick board or beer board. It's a visual project management method where teams can visualize their workflows and workload. The Kanban board. It's a tool that visualizes the entire project to track the flow of a project. Each column represents a work stage: to do, doing, and done. Other agile methodologies that work in the business productive file are Scrum. It's a framework that teams use to develop, deliver, and sustain complex products. It's focused on advancing through a series of sprints lasting 2 to 4 weeks. Stream programming. It's based on 4 variables: cost, time, quality, and scope, where 3 of these 4 can be defined by the client. It also handles iteration like in Scrum, but in this there is a set of standards to evaluate each deliverable. An adaptive project framework. It's very flexible and everything can be adjusted to the needs of the project. A Scrum framework. Focusing on the Scrum framework, this establishes a structure for organizing and executing work that consists of defined roles, ceremonies, and artifacts. Scrum teams have 3 specific roles. The product owner represents the stakeholders. He is very characterized by being proactive, visionary, and responsible for managing the product portfolio and creating and supporting user stories. The Scrum Master ensures Scrum practices are followed and the team is focused on the goal. He is a Scrum savvy, mentor, and has coordination skills. And the development team is the developers, programmers, and designers who deliver the product. They are made up of between 3 and 11 people. They are technical experts, proactive, and collaborative. Scrum ceremonies. The Scrum works in conjunction with the sprint, the period of time in which the development team works on a project. Its duration is 1 to 4 weeks. It's divided into 4 ceremonies. In sprint planning, it defines what is going to be done in the sprint and how it is going to be done. In the daily Scrum, the development teams meet to inform each other about complete tasks and impossible impediments that block your work. In the sprint review, the finished sprint is reviewed, and there must already be clear and tangible process in the product to present to the client. And in the sprint retrospective, possible process improvements are identified and plan is generated to implement them in the next sprint. Finally, we have the Scrum artifacts, which guarantee the transparency of key information in decision making. Product backlog is a dynamic list of features, requirements, improvements, and fixes that act as input for the sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is the collection of product backlog items, user stories, or bug fixes that are selected for delivery in the next sprint. Finally, increment is the sum of all tasks, use cases, user stories, product backlogs, and any element that has been developed during the next sprint. Okay, now you know how to work with the different agile methodologies. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.